Hey, brother teacher here. I don't know how many of you out there that's listening to this video right now are concealed carry uh, persons, but this message is for you if you are indeed someone who have a CCW license somewhere in the 50 states of America, and if you are not a concealed carry individual and you find yourself in a situation where uh, there's violence constantly occurring around you, a whole lot of crime, especially maybe in the area in which you have to thoroughfare to get from one place to the next in your neighborhood where you live because you don't live in certain affluent places where there's little to maybe no violence. Wherever you find yourself in America, if you feel like you need some extra edge in terms of self protection, you may want to consider carrying concealed. But for those of you right now that I'm speaking with that do have a concealed carry license, don't forget some of the basics. First of all, if you live in a home where you have people that are constantly in and out of your home, family members, children, and so forth, keep your weapon or weapons locked away. And keep those same weapons, if the lock is not a very reliable lock or locking system, keep them unloaded. If you're living by yourself and it's just you, primarily in that home, this should not be a concern. But if you have small children or even preteens or teenagers, and they are aware that you have that firearm or maybe more than one firearm and that you keep it in a place where it's not inconspicuous or locked up, you just may be attending a funeral somewhere down the road. So think on this, okay? Now, secondly, make sure that when you carry your weapon, when you leave your home, that you carry it on your person in a reliable gun holster that is made for that particular weapon. Not in a purse, not in a gym bag, not in the briefcase, but on you. It is a personal protection weapon. It is a weapon designed to level the playing field if someone were to draw a weapon on you or to attack you or potentially attack you in numbers and you cannot escape. It is an equalizer, or it can be. Be mindful of that. And speaking of being mindful, also make sure that you never brandish your weapon, your handgun, in public. You never pull that weapon out of its holster unless you feel that there is imminent danger towards your person or that of some other person that may be with you. Never pull it out. No false bravado trying to be tough. Only pull that weapon out if you believe that you may have to use it. That's it. Now, when you carry in the streets, you should already be familiar with your state laws, where you can and cannot carry a firearm, such as schools, churches, events that have children, and so forth. But virtually every other place you can, every other common place, such as movie theaters and restaurants and places like this, you can carry your weapon. Be aware of your own individual state's laws as it relates to where you can carry your weapon. There's two other points I want to make. I know people who brag about having a CCW license. And number one, some of them don't have a weapon yet, and they've had their licenses for over a year. Stop wasting the system's time. Of course, they're going to take your money. But if you're going to carry concealed, make up your mind, and make up your mind now, in the present, that you're going to carry concealed, and make sure that you do it. And if you do have a weapon, carry your weapon. Get used to carrying it. And if you're going to carry your weapon loaded, ready to fire. Don't carry an empty weapon. For what? It serves no purpose. Why? For you to get shot and kill yourself? If you pull it out and another person has a weapon that is loaded, God forbid, carry your weapon loaded. If you have any apprehensions about that weapon, one quick way to absolve or dissolve that issue right there is to start becoming familiar with the weapon. Ladies or gentlemen, go to a range on a regular basis and start firing your weapon so that you can become accustomed to it, how it feels, the recoil and so forth, and how to load it and unload it and how to clean it and so forth. Become familiar with your weapon so that you are not afraid of your own gun, and so that you don't freeze up in the event that you may have to use that weapon in a street encounter. Keep it loaded, okay? I also believe on that same note that you should keep a round in the chamber. If it's a semi-automatic especially, keep a round in the chamber because of reaction time. If something were to happen and someone drew down on you, or they're pointing a weapon at you and they turn away for a moment and you begin to pull your weapon out, you first have to pull the hammer back first, or you have to charge your weapon or pull the slide back first before it's actionable. When all you should have done was have a round in the chamber already when you left the house that day and had the gun on safety in a secure holster. Stop playing around with your gun. Either you are serious about self-protection and that of your family, or you're not. If you're not going to go through the measures and or the steps, then stay at home. Stop bragging about having a license that means absolutely nothing. I'm serious. You see, life is for real. There's a whole lot of people out here in our society that will make that point to you. And they will let you know that they will take your life if you don't give them what they want. Or they will let you know that they will hurt you if you look at them the wrong way, if you say the wrong thing to them, or if they're having a bad day and you're just the first person that they encounter and they want to harm you for whatever reason, if they haven't had their medication or whatever. Road rage, you just never know. As my mom used to say when we were coming up, better safe than sorry. So what you gonna do? Keep your weapon on you all of the time. Keep your weapon loaded all of the time. I'm not talking about 45s, but I'm not talking about revolvers, but the other guns that take clips. Make sure that you keep a round in the chamber all of the time. Keep it on safety. Make sure that you go to the gun range and familiarize yourself with your weapon. Get some help from some of the instructors at the range if you're uncertain about something. In most instances, they will assist you. Take a friend who does have some gun experience with you to make it even easier. But by all means, become acquainted with your weapon before you end up being acquainted with the morgue. This is Brother Teacher. I'm out.